Hey everyone, Two Angry Frogs here, and did you know that there are 31 different pet abilities, and some pets can even perform tricks? If you play a Beast Mastery Hunter, you know that your pets are a major part of your gameplay. But when it comes to our pets, we tend to focus on their aesthetics and the great built-in tank that we have. In this video, we're going to go through our top 7 awesome pet abilities, some you may not have known about. So let's go tame some new pets. Before heading off to tame a lot of new pets, there are a couple of helpful things that you can do. First, make sure you have open spaces for taming new pets. You have 5 active pet spaces available, and you can visit a stable master in any major city to stable your pets and free up space. Second, to avoid a lot of trips back and forth to the pet stable, grab some interdimensional companion repository items. This allows you to open a pet stable anywhere in the world for 2 minutes and can save a ton of time when you're out taming new pets. These can be made with BFA engineering, and you can also buy these on the auction house pretty cheaply. There's no cooldown on these, so you can use them as often as you need. So our number 7 ability is Updraft. Updraft slows the fall speed of you and your pet for 30 seconds. How many times have you needed to jump down from a high spot and hope that the damage from the fall does not kill you? Well, now you can have a pet to make sure that doesn't happen. Also, it's kind of cool to just jump and float with our pet from anywhere. The ability has no cooldown, so you can use it as often as you need. For the Updraft ability, you need to tame either Pterodax or Feathermane pets. Pterodax can be found all over Zandalar and come in 14 different colors, ranging from black to blue to orange and many others. If you want a more unique Pterodax look, you can go for the Pterodax Matriarch. The Matriarch is green colored and is armored with a black saddle. You can find these along the Kaja coast in Zoldazar. You can also grab another unique look in the Subjugated Pterodax. These are found at the Crackling Ridge in Vol'dun and have a yellow-gray color and wear a harness and black saddle. To tame Feathermanes, you need the Tome of the Hybrid Beast. Getting the tome requires a ton of steps, including completing the Legion class Order Hall campaign, completing the Legion Fall campaign, and obtaining the Hunter class Hall mount. Feathermanes include many different pet types, from the new Cloud Rooks in The Lore Within, and Slyverns in Dragonflight, to Griffins going all the way back to Classic WoW. Our number 6 ability is Dunestrider. Dunestrider increases the movement speed of Silithids by 30%. There are 2 reasons why this is an incredibly useful ability. First is when you are fighting enemies that are separated far enough to not be in range of Beast Cleave. When we switch targets, our pets have to run from one target to the other, and if there's any significant distance between them, it does impact our DPS. The increased movement speed allows the Silithid to go back and forth between enemies much more quickly. The second is that sometimes our pets are just slow. You'll be trucking along and you notice that they are trailing behind. The increased movement speed definitely helps with this. Your pets stay closer and actually hits the enemy with kill command instead of you finding yourself smashing the button wondering where the heck your pets are. For the Dunestrider ability, you need to tame Akiri pets. There are several different types of Akir across Azeroth, including Akir Goliaths, which are found in the ruins of Ammon, Orsis, and the Obelisk of the Sun in Old Doom. Also included in this pet family are multiple types of Silithid in Silithus, such as Sandstalkers in Hive Ashi and Worker Silithus in Hive Zora. Note that to see these areas in Silithus, you must be in the old version. So if you see the sword sticking out of the planet, talk to Zadormi to change the timeline. Our number 5 ability is Molten Hide. Molten Hide is specific to Corehounds, and when the Corehound takes melee attacks, it infuses its hide with molten lava, causing fire damage to all melee attackers for 10 seconds. The ability is on a 1-minute cooldown. Molten Hide is a great ability for both single target and AoE, if mobs are primarily melee. This ability is exclusive to core hounds, the two most common being blaze hounds and core hounds. Blaze hounds can be found primarily in Zeralek Cavern in the Dragon Isles, with a number of them being in the Molten Overflow area. Core hounds can be found in multiple colors: green located in Shadowmoon Valley in Outland, and orange in Mount Hyjal, and the old Molten Core Raid in Blackrock Mountain. Our number 4 ability is another AoE damage ability, Froststorm Breath. Froststorm Breath is specific to Chimera and causes the Chimera to channel a frontal cone frozen breath attack that does Froststorm damage to all enemies within 12 yards of the pet. It's a really cool spell animation that brings a great flair to these pets. Note that you do need to activate this ability, as it does not cast on its own. To use this ability, you can macro this into your multi-shot, so you have multi-shot, Froststorm Breath, and then Beast Cleave activated all in one cast. Chimera pets come in a number of different types, with some having more unique appearances. 2 of these include the Saddled Death Chimeras and the Armored Rylax. Saddled Death Chimeras are found at the Unyielding Assembly in Mount Draxus. You must have the simple tome of bone binding to tame these, since they are undead pets, and you must have completed the Mount Draxus main storyline. Check out our video linked above to learn how to get the simple tome of bone binding and where you can find many other undead pets. Armored Rylax come in a number of different colors, the red Tura'aka being found in Nagrand and Draenor. You can find Tura'aka at coordinates 6539.2 on a small island. This is a really cool model that not only has armor, but also has engines on its back and a flaming exhaust. You can also find 10 Armored Rylax in the Black Foundry Raid, and Black Armored Rylax at the Iron Docks in Gorgron. Our number 3 ability is one that many Beast Mastery players are likely familiar with, and that is Spirit Mend. Spirit Mend is a heal over time that heals the selected friendly target, so this can be used to heal you or an ally. Spirit Mend has a short 30-second cooldown. This is another ability that must be activated and can be tied to a macro. The following macro will heal you by default unless you have a friendly target selected, and in that case it will heal the friendly. Note that Spirit Mend has a 25-yard range, so if you're out of range, the pet won't be able to heal you. There are a lot of spirit beasts across Azeroth, some much more rare than others. The following are 2 that have quick respawn times, so you will not have to wait long to get them. First is Myonyx, an indigo-colored Mana Saver. Myonyx can be found in Suramar in the Broken Isles at coordinates 40.8, 32.8. It's nearly always available and respawns in a very short 1 to 2 minutes. The second is the Loa Tiger Sol Rocca. Although it does take a bit of effort to tame, the respawn timer is pretty quick at 5 to 15 minutes. Sol Rocca is located in the Emerald Dream on the Dragon Isles. It has permanent stealth and can only be detected with flare. Sol Rocca spawns at coordinates 63.6, 68.9, and patrols the area east of Amirdrasil in a counterclockwise route. You'll want to look for heavy tracks on the ground that look like large tiger paw prints. To get Sol Rocca, you need to use flare in front of some freshly spawned heavy tracks, which will reveal the tiger. As soon as you target it, use Hunter's Mark so it cannot stealth again, and then Ice Trap so it cannot leave the area, since it will keep pathing even after you start taming it. Our number 2 ability is Eternal Guardian. When used, Eternal Guardian instantly returns your pet to life with full health. This can be very useful if your pet is taking a ton of damage and you are unable to get it healed in time. I found this incredibly useful at times in top tier delves. If you get tunnel zoned into killing and interrupting enemies, and forget to hit the pet heal or there are no brand potions on the ground to grab, this can be a great ability to get your pet immediately back in the fight and tanking for you. The Eternal Guardian ability is specific to Stonehound pets, which include Gargons and Quillin. Since taming Gargons requires the Gargon training manual item, we'll cover where you can find Quillin. You can easily find several of them in the Crypt of Forgotten Kings scenario. You can solo queue for this by talking to Lord Walker Fu in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms at coordinates 8330.6. You do not have to complete the scenario, simply get your Quillin and then leave the instance. Quillin are also found across other areas of Pandaria and in the Throne of Thunder and the Mogoshun Vaults raid. Stonehounds overall make for some very beefy pets. In addition to Eternal Guardian, Stonehounds have a Stone Armor ability. When the Stonehound falls under 40% health, they take 40% less damage and regenerate 3% of their max health every second for 15 seconds. This can occur every 2 minutes, so it makes for a pet that can take a tremendous amount of damage. As an example, I could not get the Quillin to die against tier 11 delve mobs, so I had to fight a world boss just so we could show you the Eternal Guardian ability. Our number one ability, and one that I was not aware of until recently, is Surface Trot. Surface Trot allows you and your pet to walk across water for 10 minutes. Note that any damage you take will cancel the effect. The number of times that I could have used this is immeasurable. And what a fantastic ability to have to grab those fishing poles in the middle of the water. For Surface Trot, you need to tame a Water Strider. Luckily, these are in great supply. A couple include Light Water Striders and Fin Striders. Light Water Striders can be found in several areas, including the pools around the Temple of the White Tiger in Kunlai Summit, Pandaria. Another easy-to-find Water Strider pet are the Fin Striders. The blue and green Fin Striders can be found all over Zangarmarsh and Outlet. The last thing we'll mention is the recently added pet customization in patch 11.1, which now allows you to change your pet's specialization. Head to your local stable master, and when you select a pet, you'll see a new drop down that enables you to set the pet specialization. So you can tame and use any of the pets that we have covered and still have the specialization that you want. This leaves you unrestricted for the pet you want to have summoned now. When you change the specialization, the abilities will change, and you can see those at the bottom of the stable interface. Having a large stable of pets for different situations and encounters can bring some new and unique gameplay for Beast Mastery hunters. In addition to the different damage and defensive abilities that various pets bring, the utility they give you can be a great asset as you trek across Azeroth. So what are your favorite pet abilities, and what unique ways have you found to use them? Let us know down below in the comments. And make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you always know what's coming up next. And a special shout out to our members for your continued support. We thank you very much. We wish everyone happy hunting and hope that you learn something new that will expand your gameplay options with your BM Hunter.